We are in Oklahoma, and we are in the Central Flyway, shooting these lessers, cacklers, white birds. Everybody goes, oh, look at the snow geese. These are little white Rosses. A lot of times these little geese are really tough to kill. They love wide open areas and bunch of decoys. We use a lot of full body decoys. Bigfoot is our favorite. We like to run them in a circle because the little birds will want to land right in the middle. If you ever watch little birds as you're driving around out here in Oklahoma, they always want to land in the middle. And a lot of people will make the mistake of leaving an open end, a U, a J, and they don't want that. They want to be right in the middle of the flock down here. In the morning, it's tough to judge distance. I lay down some blinds, and I'll pace out into the dark about 40, 45 yards out, and I'll drop one decoy. And what we run is either the circle of death or a deadly donut. Face a lot of the birds into the wind. Up by the blinds, I turn around because we're calling, and the birds will be challenging and fighting over the real estate. We like to use the big Rogers blinds, the Goose Busters. Fred helps us out, Steve Rogers out of Liberty, Missouri. I like to use all one size blind. If not, the shorter, the taller. It casts shadows. You want to look like a grass strip, and then if you do have to use lower profile blinds, taper them off at the edges, shoulder to shoulder. That, we hunt in pretty large groups, and there's a lot of excitement and a lot of noise and a lot of community. It's just deafening when you get this many birds on top of you, and people kind of lose their control a little bit. And when you start swinging on up, if you were from here to you, I could, an accident could happen. Now, if you're right next to me and you swing up, you can go, hey, wait a minute, man, I'm right here. It's just a goose. Let it go. We'll get another one in 10 minutes. A lot of people will actually try to get out in the middle. We love to do fence rows. Fence rows and just kind of blend up in and let our calling suck them up towards the fence row into killing distance. The flag works in high winds and sunny days, but a lot of people lay it on the outside of the blind. I like to pull mine up and then shut the doors and cover that black up on my feet. The calls is definitely, a lot of people will make a mistake in that last 100 yards of backing off. Okay, the birds are locking. I'm going to be quiet and let them come in. That's when you give it to them as hard and as fast as you can go. Okay, they're locking up. Okay, you slow down. And on bigger geese, they're just two different birds. They really are. On bigger geese, you can slow it down and let your decoys do the working. These little geese, they're noisy. They honk all night. They honk all day. There's large groups of them. It almost sounds like a roar of birds. And that's what they like. Double clucks, moans. I'm not much of a spit note. Just make it clean and fast is the best thing I can tell you. Except I try to get a little bit more excited, and I'll put a little bit more gravel. When they're feeding, it's sandy dirt out here, and it just will make them get a little bit more scratchier. Just start blowing hard and fast, and all of them are flying, and you're looking for that note or sound that pins one bird out of that entire flock. It'll just like paralyze it. And that is the note that you keep blowing all the way down to the ground. And I'm calling to one bird. Out of all those thousands of birds, I'm looking for that one dummy. And he'll lead the rest of the parade right to their death.